Hey, welcome to Screenplay Junkie. My name's Drew Hellmich, and I'm a screenwriter. Film is a pretty sweet medium of art. However, before anything can make it to the big screen, it must start as a blueprint, text on paper. So if you're a fellow addict of film and storytelling, come join us as we take a look at various types of screenplays, short stories, and other source material that were crucial to the creation of the stories that we all love. I must warn you, though, there will be spoilers, so I do recommend being familiar with the title that's being discussed. Sound good? Cool. Then let's get started.
So I don't really understand the hype of this movie, guys, because it wasn't that good, and this challenge is dumb because it's not even the first movie to have blindfolds in it. Hear me out here. Check it out. Luke Skywalker was blindfolded in Episode 4 of A New Hope for Jedi training, right, from Obi-Wan. Danny Noonan and Chevy Chase were blindfolded. They did it to themselves to hit golf balls in Caddyshack, right? Vince Vaughn was blindfolded in Dodgeball when he was on ESPN 8 The Ocho winning the dodgeball tournament against Globo Gym.
Yeah.
And finally, Ricky Bobby learned how to drive a car again by blindfolding himself in Talladega Nights. And he had a cougar in the backseat, baby.
Yeah, right.
Blindfolds. Like, America, we had years and years to come up with this challenge. But finally, Bird Box made us dumb enough to do it.
Just because of Bullock, dude, you know?
Drew Man Bryan here. Welcome to the next episode of Screenplay Junkie. This is going to be number 9 in the chronological order. If you listened to our previous episode, you were expecting Sandlot to be next, but don't worry, that'll be coming out on January 14th. And we deemed that it was necessary for a emergency episode. Is that what you guys want to be calling this?
The emergency Bird Box is what we've been saying.
That's what it's called, baby.
We're
Emergency
here.
Bird Box.
Yeah, we're here
The
to
emergency
discuss
Bird
the national phenomena that's sweeping the nation, known as Bird Box. So we hopped in the old Bird Box mobile, blindfolded, of course. And we're still blindfolded while we do this show today.
It's our own Bird Box challenge.
I've been doing the challenge for a week now, and I'm just never going to go back. I kind of like it. You know, I'm just going to keep leaving the blindfold on. It's kind of nice. I never really have to go anywhere. People just bring me food. It's pretty great.
I wasn't really method while watching this movie. I put the blindfold on. I was trying to feel what Sandra Bullock and all the other characters were feeling. So, Brian, do you want to hit us with the IMDb info, please?
Yeah. I'll roll through them here.
Awesome.
So the Bird Box movie was released on December 21st of 2018. So it's new, hence the internet worldwide sensation.
On Netflix.
Yeah, on Netflix, of course. It's coming at 2 hours and 4 minutes, and IMDb gives it as a viewer review a 6.7 out of 10 and a Metascore of 57 out of 100, which is pretty low for a.
Yeah, it's what you would expect, though, if you've seen the movie. It's a movie. It's 2 hours long. It drags. But whatever. We'll get into it.
Yeah, right. And a quick little cast line here. Of course, the one and only Sandra Bullock plays Mallory. Trevante Rhodes plays Tom. John Malkovich plays Douglas. Sarah Paulson plays Jessica. And Jackie Weaver is Cheryl. That's just like the first couple people I thought were most important throughout the movie.
Yeah. And the screenplay was by Eric Heiserer. And this is actually based on a 2014 novel by Josh Malerman, I believe is his name, which is kind of weird. I mean, I had never really heard anything about this movie. Did you guys have any sort of like pre-knowledge going in before watching this film?
Other than just being it all over Twitter, and then of course the Bird Box challenge is coming across.
Yeah, the memes
like
is how everyone heard about it. Everyone heard about it
course.
through the memes. I had never heard about it, but apparently it had been floating around Hollywood. Like, I looked into it for a while. Like, Hollywood had been floating this movie idea for years. Because the guy wrote the first draft, and the book came out, I think, in, like, 2013 or something, so...
Yeah, 14, yeah.
So, yeah, it's been around there, but it just hadn't been done until Netflix pulled the trigger. And just in case, too, anyone forgot what this movie's about, I'll read the log line here. 5 years after an ominous, unseen presence drives most of society to suicide, a mother and her 2 children make a desperate bid to reach safety.
Yeah.
I love how they say her 2 children, but throughout the whole movie, they aren't. She doesn't.
They're just like her roommates, who she like takes care of, I guess,
bitches
kind
guy
of.
too.
Yeah.
Always yelling.
I had no knowledge about this film at all. Like, just looking at the log line or just seeing commercials for it, I'm going to compare this to the commercial, because when I saw the commercial, I was like, this is like A Quiet Place.
Yeah, just a Netflix saw A Quiet Place, saw how good it was, horror, children, and they just kind of ripped it on their own. That's what I thought.
On their own,
but
immediately,
threw a little
too.
happening in there.
Immediately, yeah. But at least knowing now that there's a novel that some guy had created this even before A Quiet Place came out.
And the movie The Happening. His novel, his first draft of his novel was before The Happening even came out, too. So this was a novel idea. It was original.
Okay.
And, I mean, once we started watching the movie, I was like, and I have never seen The Happening. And I know that's a horrible film.
And we didn't read the Bird Box book, and I'm never going to.
I'm never going to either.
No. But those are the two things that I compared this movie. This is like a hybrid of The Happening and A Quiet Place. Mm-hmm. Like within the first 10 minutes. That's like that's how I was viewing this film going in.
That's to lead in as a positive of what I liked about this movie. The first 10 minutes is what I enjoyed, at least throughout the whole movie, because everyone started dying.
You liked watching everyone kill themselves, you sicko.
That was like the most action-packed area.
Sandra Bullock's sister jumps in front of a bus. Brian's like, "Yeah, do it again." You sicko.
Yeah, she's like a known actress too. I don't even remember her name, but yeah,
he just said it. I think, but whatever.
She's in it for 10 minutes, and then they just kill her off.
Apparently, Sandra Bullock asked her to be in it specifically, and she agreed. I saw that in the trivia.
It's so goofy, man.
But if you guys didn't know either, this movie was made for $20 million. If we didn't say, $20 million.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you guys want me to read some other trivia that I got here?
Yeah, roll with it.
Sounds good.
So this one's kind of weird, but it has to be real, because who would make this up? John Malkovich, right? He plays the old guy in the movie.
Yeah.
He would talk to the birds on the set, and the cast said that he had a bizarre connection with them, and he was able to tell them to move their feet, and the birds would move their feet. Yo, bird, shuffle.
That's
He's
ridiculous.
The bird whisperer.
That makes no sense.
That's why he got the part, brother. They were casting.
Well, he got the
He's
part.
got great chemistry with the birds.
He just came out with a thing of birds. Didn't read any lines. He was just like,
I'm John
making
Malkovich.
them tap their feet.
I am the bird whisperer. You're hired. All right, so yeah, anyways, like we said, the movie's based on a 2014 novel, Bird Box, by Josh Mallerman, and he wrote it before The Happening and The Road, like all these other post-apocalyptic, stories. His was before, so good for you. And then this last bit of trivia is probably the best one here. So in this December interview with this bloody, disgusting website or magazine, it's mentioned that the producers of Bird Box wanted the creatures in the movie to appear at some point. They wanted the viewers to see them, right? And they even designed a creature for it and shot a scene with one. They paid people to make it. They had all of the CGI. It was there, right? However,
amazing.
The scene, everybody that viewed the scene thought it was funny. They thought the creature looked funny, so they just discarded the whole thing. And even Sandra Bullock said that the creature looked like a green man with a horrific baby face, and he kind of looked like the old man in the Six Flags commercials that would dance.
Yeah.
So
that's hilarious.
That's not scary. That's just funny and weird. So they cut it.
I mean, to hear that now, at least, because throughout the whole movie, I was like, what is it?
Exactly. You're waiting for the payoff at the end, and you just never get it.
Because they spent too much money trying to give you one, and they failed miserably.
Yeah, so the filmmakers were just like, you know what, let's just let the audience imagination just come up with any sort of antagonist that they want.
Which is what the book did. The book, in what I found, never revealed what it was. Because people in the movie, what did they say? It was like a biohazard weapon. That was one theory.
They said,
and then the other theory was just demons.
He seemed to know what he was talking about at the beginning of the movie. He was like, it started in Russia or something, I think I heard.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, they're just going to bring in relevant foes to the United States.
Russians.
Yeah. And really quickly, I just want to interject. I looked up The Happening just to see that came out. That movie came out in 2008.
Really?
Yeah. So who cares?
Either way, I mean, movies about suicide are just weird in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so for this one, we're not really going to go over the whole plot, because anyone has seen this movie, so we all know what happens. So we're just going to kind of bring up some things in the movie and kind of just discuss them. We already kind of talked about the creatures, but I mean, is there anything else you guys want to say about them?
About the creatures itself? Well,
it's just flying leaves,
Yeah.
Watch out for the flying
they
leaves.
can move leaves.
Like a black mist.
They can't remove your blindfold.
They
can whisper voices in your ears and stuff, but
they can try to persuade you, but it's ultimately up yourself to make that decision yourself.
Exactly.
That's what I thought was cool about it, because I originally thought when the whispering of this gas or extraterrestrial being, whatever you want to call it.
Just call it the creature.
The creature. Okay, we'll keep it as that.
Yeah.
But because it was throwing me off where like people would knock on that door, like they called them the crazy people. Like, are these real people or were they just
like vessels of the creature
exactly,
or something?
yeah.
Well, the movie projects that these people are just like the mentally insane, the people with mental health issues.
That's a good way. That's a good way to look at it.
Those are the people that didn't kill themselves, though, right? Isn't that what the movie says?
because they liked it. Like, you need to see it.
Well, they didn't explain why, but that's what they said.
That's a horrible portrayal of like mental
It
health.
is. No, there's been this whole. I read it on Twitter. There's been this whole like the mental health community is actually pissed off about this because of how they were portrayed. That like, it's like just increasing stigma against people with mental health. I guess.
We're not
saying
that too because
No.
like, even the blind people were getting mad too because how well Bullock's like. She adapted to like hearing things and was like hear those wind chimes like from like a quarter mile away.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Like
the
from
blind
that boat.
That was goofy.
The blind community is more pissed about the Bird Box challenge though because people are doing it and then thinking being blind is like the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
When in reality, people who are blind and have been that way for
Function
a long time,
every day.
Yeah, they can do
yeah,
everything normally and like just like a normal person. I guess besides like drive a car, but it's because they're blind.
Right.
Although one guy can ride a bike, if you've ever seen that, he like does echolocation like a bat. Yeah,
Okay.
he rides his bike on busy streets. It's amazing.
That's actually amazing.
Nice, dude.
Look that up on YouTube. Okay, cool. So another question I need to ask you guys is like, how the hell did Sandra Bullock find birds in a supermarket? What supermarket sells live birds?
A
I don't know,
supermarket,
like
yeah,
a,
food,
like an
yeah.
Aldi.
An
Like
Aldi?
an Aldi.
I don't know.
None do. Like,
was
think
weird.
about it. Like, you can't even buy birds at Walmart. You have to go to a pet store.
You have to go to
Doesn't
like,
make
a
any
pet
sense.
store.
It was just for conveniency.
I wonder how they introduced that in the book because
The birds?
I don't know.
Like, there had to be a different way. That made no sense.
No, it did not.
My last thing I need to ask you guys too is how do they drive the car? I mean, come on.
Oh, dude, they just
They're
use the GPS, bro.
man. They use the GPS, bro.
The way the road looked when they were running looked like it would just be filled with so many cars and bodies and just barriers to wherever they were going.
Exactly.
There's no fucking way.
There'd be so many things out there.
There's
It's
no
impossible.
way. And then Machine Gun Kelly and the other girl just steal the car later on. Like, they obviously
They
had no
disappeared,
chance.
yeah.
Oh my
you just
God.
have to assume they died.
You think they got it, or they think they made it away and went back to the supermarket? I think they went back to the supermarket.
That's another thing, okay?
But then the crazy people probably got him anyways.
Yeah, true.
Going back to that, I had no idea who was in this movie or what this movie was about. Once Machine Gun Kelly entered frame, I was like, oh my God, like, what the hell is this? Like, really?
Do you think he only agreed to be in the movie if he got laid in the movie? That was like his terms. He's like, I have to be getting laid. Eminem just dissed me, bro. I got to be looking cool in this flick.
He knew it was going to be a Twitter hit, yeah. He just had to have his moment of shine.
They just wanted to branch out to the MGK fans, man. Once they found out that their boy was going to be in a film, they would watch it.
Dude, well, the whole cast, I read this too. The whole cast was just a fucking politically correct band of someone of every representation.
Sure.
I'm not going to go into every single person, but if you saw the movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
I'm surprised there wasn't an MGK montage scene with his music. It's like them prepping to get out and go to the supermarket. And it's just I don't know any MGK songs.
Well, he was too much of a pussy to even go to the supermarket. He didn't want to go.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, right.
I'm not going out there. I
He
got
sent
my
his
lyrics
girlfriend-
to work on.
He
I got
sent
my
his
career.
girlfriend.
Yeah.
Whatever. Their whole dynamic was so weird,
Whatever.
so underdeveloped.
This whole little conversation we have, it flows nicely into my point here that this whole movie is basically just 2 hours of nothing.
Dude, it's so boring.
Nothing
seriously?
scary. Nothing scary even really happens. This creature isn't scary.
It's like building me up.
And it's
building
not
us up.
scary watching people kill themselves. It's just weird. It's just weird.
I tried to write notes during this just to see if I could get anything, which I just left it in my head because I'll just read two examples where I seriously started writing things, and then I got down to this movie sucks so far. Then 2 lines later, this movie is a piece of shit. I just got so fed up with this film. I stopped taking notes.
It's a movie about a mother, like a woman finally feeling like a mother, realizing and accepting her responsibility to be a mother, but it takes her 5 years in an apocalypse to figure it out.
It
doesn't make any sense.
Is that what the monster's supposed to be? Does everyone see it in a certain way? Because maybe that's why I was supposed to look like a baby for Sandra Bullock.
Maybe.
Because that's her ultimate fear,
Because,
is
remember
having a
having a
child,
baby.
because she's
Yeah, but
pregnant.
then why did she go 9 months pregnant then if she doesn't want to have a child?
I don't know.
She's pro-life, dude. Come on.
Who knocked her up?
We don't know.
We don't know. She pushed that guy away or whatever. The sister was talking about it with her in the beginning, but I didn't really give a shit about it. I was just waiting for people to start offing themselves, to be honest.
Yeah.
But then I wasn't. It didn't really. I didn't really like it.
No. I don't understand the hype of this movie at all.
The hype in the movie is the way.
It's
You
just
guys know what
social
FOMO
media.
is? Fear of missing out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, you're right.
You know, it's just like one person tweets it and it blows up.
The memes are
everyone's
great.
like, that's why I wanted to watch it because I was like, you see so much hype about it, and then you're
like, what is this? Like, what?
Emergency Bird Box, essentially.
Yeah.
That's where we got the idea from.
Yeah.
And that's where everyone pulls it because they see other people are like,
I mean,
up about it.
we're giving it. We're
so-
giving it publicity just by talking about it. But I mean, it's not like it needs it. It already has it.
No, yeah.
But yeah, this movie sucks.
Sucks, but
You can't reinforce that. Like,
we have to at least give it like a high note. Do you guys have any favorite parts or like parts of this movie that are worth shouting out?
I
that
did
you
have
love?
Like I said, the beginning of the movie was action packed. Someone walks
Shit
up
was
on
going
a
down.
bus.
I had
Shit was
two
going
scenes.
down.
Explosions.
The woman walked
I'm
into the
ex-
car on fire. Ooh.
Yeah, that was insane.
That was all right.
That was pretty wild.
It's just like weird, but yeah, it's just like whoa.
My favorite part was John Malkovich's character, just because he was like he was like drunk but like so sane. Like they get to the market and he's like, "Why don't we just stay here, you dumb fucks?" Like,
yeah, right.
And then when they lock him in the garage, he was the only one like, kick this idiot out. Like we don't know
Yeah.
this guy, kick him
Yeah.
out. And then obviously he turns on him, and I mean he was just
one
so
of the
smart but
crazies.
so drunk, and I loved it.
Yeah. I mean, I think I like two parts really. The first part was back in the supermarket where like that one random guy was like banging on the door, like like saying "let me in" and stuff.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of creepy, just how his voice sounded. And then once that guy got pushed out, the blood pool like went underneath the door. So I mean, I thought that was kind of cool and just like creepy.
I initially thought when he was knocking on the door in the supermarket that was just like the ghost like making the voice,
Yeah.
like making you want to open the door. That's what I thought like the whole apparition
And
was.
then he was like, "Yeah, no, it's
But
just
it was
fish
an egg.
It's just fish fingers."
Oh, he's a little crazy though.
Whatever that guy's name was. Yeah,
he's
again, that
way
was like
a little
another
crazy,
hint
though.
at like
Yeah.
how they were
Well,
doing that.
Crazy people, they don't kill themselves. Nope. They're just agents of demons,
Agent
that
of
will make you
demons,
kill
yeah.
yourself.
of the bird box.
And then the other part that I thought was like okay was back at the main group holding out in the house when that new guy Gary shows up.
Gary.
And I mean I thought he was sketchy like right off the bat.
Of course, the pregnant woman lets him in. Come on, she's irrational.
yeah,
She's
of
got
course.
hormones.
Yeah.
Don't be leaving the pregnant woman by the front door unattended, guys. Come on.
She's getting antsy.
But like Gary just comes in and like later on he just takes out like a bunch of drawings from his backpack and they're all just like strewn like across the table and they're just really like
Demonic,
weird
dark.
looking like monstrous like
It reminded
drawings.
me of season 1 of True Detective.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I was gonna get a Stranger Things thrown there.
That too.
Yeah,
And,
Stranger
Will's
Things,
like
yeah.
Yeah, for
you know
sure.
like sketching a bunch.
So I thought those drawings were kind of cool. At least it gave us like some insight as
Of,
to
like,
what
a
this
monster,
is
right?
supposed to look
Never
like or
see it,
could
Definitely,
look like.
Definitely.
So, I mean, but then beyond that, like, nah. Yeah, pretty dumpster fire in my opinion.
Nothing really happened, man.
No.
Like for real.
What about let me pull his name up quick.
I mean, it seems like again, we're making a lot of puns or just all these like, things associated with blindfolds, but I feel like all these the filmmakers associated with this film just made it with a blindfold on because they just were stumbling around. They didn't know what the hell to do with it.
Yeah.
This is kind of like I'll just say this. It reminds me of Children of the Corn because this would have been a really good short movie probably if they kept it.
maybe.
If they kept the beginning the same and then it went on for another 20 minutes. A 30-minute movie, it probably would have been a lot better.
I was thinking about that too, Children of the Corn, because like we said in the last episode, the whole middle of the movie is so boring.
Yeah.
Nothing happens. It's people running around doing
And you
this or
don't
that.
care about the people.
Exactly.
You just don't care about them.
You don't. No.
As you're watching the movie.
No.
So what you guys want to get into? What else spawned off this movie?
The Bird Box Challenge, my
The
friends.
Bird
All right, sure.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
let's
Okay.
talk about the.
It-
This is probably what's most famous about it.
Hell yeah.
This, is what,
movie-
this
the
is what
memes.
gave it its hotness.
The
That's what
memes
gave
and
it
now
its
doing the
way.
challenge.
It's crazy because the movie spawned these memes, but the movie is like the sidekick to the memes.
Right. So I have here a bunch of stories of what stupid people have done, basically.
Okay, let's hear it.
So in all my research, I've only found one person that's actually been seriously injured. It was a girl in Iowa. But
Oh, University
before-
of Iowa,
Which
shout out.
that's like no, there could be others, but we have no.
I know.
idea.
I actually I spent way too much time looking into this. I'm gonna be honest. But so first, I just want to read this warning that Netflix released. They tweeted this out like pretty much immediately when the challenge like started coming out.
Yeah.
So they tweeted, "Can't believe we have to say this, but please do not hurt yourselves with this Bird Box challenge. We don't know how this started, but we appreciate the love. But boy and girl have just one wish for 2019, and it is that you not end up in the hospital due to memes. And that's the tweet they released.
But did people
Awesome.
But
take that under their wing and listen?
No, because one girl from Iowa actually did end up in the hospital in the ICU unit, actually. The story is that...
I wonder if I know who she is.
They said she was 18, so freshman, man. Get after it.
I don't know.
Excuse me. Gesundheit.
He's allergic to girls.
Yeah, okay, so the story is that this girl was doing the 24-hour challenge, right? And the last thing she remembers is opening a door, and then she just blacked out, she said, woke up in the hospital.
Are you sure there wasn't, like, alcohol involved?
I don't think so. So she clearly fell and hit her head, right? She fell and hit her head, so the door she opened must have been to, like, a stairwell, right?
Yeah,
She just went tumbling down, probably, in a blindfold.
Oh, my God.
Good thing her friends were around to take her to the hospital, though, so at least that's a positive. All right. Some other ones I got here. This one actually turned out to be fake news, but it was all over the place for a while. This guy claimed he was mugged while walking around blindfolded in a drug-dealing neighborhood.
That's a good idea.
So
that was the
blindfolds
headline
up,
of the drug dealing.
Yeah, he just starts walking around, like, randomly. Ends up in a drug-dealing neighborhood, gets mugged. Fucking fake news.
Nice job, man.
He made it up to try to get famous, and it worked for a little bit, I guess. So this challenge crept into the sports world even. Justin Turner, he's a third baseman for the Dodgers. He took batting practice while blindfolded and actually made contact. The Braves mascot tried to do the same thing. He actually made contact too, but then he took a ball to the chest like Happy Gilmore, standing in front of the machine while he was celebrating.
Stay in the box, man.
And then Gritty is the mascot. Stay in the bird box. Stay in your lane, bro. I think this Gritty mascot for the Philadelphia Flyers hockey team, he did the bird box challenge during a game. He was just walking around the stadium blindfolded.
Yeah.
And then like some random guy held up a sign next to him saying the Cody Parkey challenge. And he gave the mascot the ball, and the mascot like punted it into the stands. Blindfolded, he actually was able to punt it.
I saw the Bird Box Cody Parkey meme immediately after he missed that field goal.
That was the first.
It was just Bullock's face on
right
Parkey.
on Cody Parkey, yeah.
That was the first Bird Box meme I ever saw.
I laughed.
just
I laughed, and then I cried inside. We're all Chicago Bears fans, but whatever. We're moving on. So then Jake Paul, if you heard about him, his dumbass walked into traffic. Like him and this other guy walked into traffic blindfolded. Dude. Logan Paul, he's like a Vine
all right,
star.
we don't have to get into him yet.
He's a whatever.
Waste of
He also drove a car though, blindfolded, and recorded that.
Nice job.
And claimed they were stunt professionals.
Yeah. Oh, they're professionals. They're trained professionals. Yeah, right. Sure. Whatever. Shaquille O'Neal did it on some live TV thing. Michael Strahan did it on his live television show. He was putting lipstick on his co-host, this girl, and he like got it all over her teeth because he was blindfolded. Like,
why did she open her teeth?
I don't know why she even let him do it. It was a disaster. The video is like hard to watch. It's cringeworthy.
Why are all these famous, considered famous people doing this?
Bird Box
I don't know.
challenge.
It's the Bird Box because it's sweeping
trending,
the nation.
Is this post Netflix message? Because then all these people are just like, we don't even care about Netflix. Look at Michael Strahan. He did it. I can do it.
Well, the Netflix message, it didn't say don't do it. It just said don't hurt yourself.
Right, exactly.
Let's remind ourselves of that.
At least Strahan kept it pretty safe.
That was with the lipstick, you said?
Yeah, they weren't walking around. They were just sitting in chairs.
Okay.
Some other ones I want to mention is that these nurses in a hospital, like on shift, are walking around blindfolded. It's like, where are their patients? Like, don't they have patients? These people are like, they could be dying. Yeah. Like the beep. Like code red.
She's like, I need an IED.
Nah, I'm doing the Bird Box challenge.
I need an AED, and she's like, and like shocking their face.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they're getting fired. Some other good videos were just of kids, like parents and their kids were at toddlers running into a wall. That's one of the most famous ones.
I saw that one on the news.
He's running full speed or whatever, right into the wall.
That's
hilarious.
Just
good
for
parenting.
Full sprint,
yeah, Father of the Year in January. We already got the Father of the Year in 2019. And then we got kids crashing on bikes too, in blindfolds. But like I said, there's only one major injury, the one girl in Iowa. That's it.
Oh man,
it's amazing. I mean, are you guys pumped to try now? Or are we just gonna?
I don't think I'll ever.
Oh wait, no,
in the
we're blindfolded right now. I forgot.
Yeah,
we're blindfolded. Right now.
We're always doing the bird. We're gonna try and do like the longest bird box.
I've been doing
challenge.
it for a week. I just remembered. Oh yeah,
I'm gonna beat Sandra Bullock. I want to do it for 5 years.
They said she like half the time during filming the movie she was blindfolded. About half the time.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Why?
She's a real
She
method
deserves
actor.
a Golden Globe or some shit.
Sandra Bullock.
And then she goes up there and gives a speech. She's like, I really struggled being blindfolded for those like 30 days we filmed. And it was also very hard pretending to like children for a while.
Even though I look like Michael Jackson.
Yeah, for real. Oh man, I didn't really want to bring that up, but she does it.
Yeah,
She's got some
Bullock.
surgery
It was a
going
shot.
on, and that doctor. I mean, he did good, but he didn't do that good. Dr. Andre Nozick, plastic surgery extraordinaire.
I don't think anyone's gonna get that reference.
Yeah, anyone who watches the league.
That's about it, though.
All right, so I guess like the last big thing we got to talk about with this Bird Box emergency episode is just that Netflix, like, there's this whole conspiracy that Netflix, like, had this whole marketing plan for this movie, like, to do memes, and like all the memes originated from like bot accounts created by Netflix, and that started the whole like, phenomenon basically.
Bot accounts. They.
I mean, I buy that 100%.
I totally buy it. I
Because-
wonder what the first Bird Box meme was.
You know the meme where
The bot accounts.
the meme is like, it's like the one meme, like it's Sandra Bullock's face. It's like the one. It's like
Yeah.
perfect. They like
Gotcha.
They just copy
They
paste
did
on
that
whatever.
camera shot, I think, purposely
So it
to
could be a
make
meme.
memes. No joke.
I doubt it.
I mean, yeah, more, you want to hit.
I don't believe
You want a
that.
hit movie, make it memeable.
I guess so.
At this
That's just
day
like
and
the
age,
platform.
2019.
That's the blueprint for all new movies. You have to be able to make a sweet meme, or else your movie's gonna flop. Thanks for that.
Thanks for just sipping your water.
Are you
like a
hydrated?
madman.
Do you
I
feel
had a
good?
hydrate. Yeah,
I'm glad. It's important to stay
It's the
hydrated.
Bird Box challenge.
That's the key to the Bird Box challenge. You gotta stay hydrated. All right, cool. I mean, that's it. That's the Bird Box episode, right?
I think
Basically,
so.
That's all I want to share.
I mean, we pretty much shared our observations and thoughts about the movie.
I feel
Just
good.
scattered throughout the whole thing. I mean, just lastly, like I just want to say I would not recommend this movie at all.
But I mean, everyone's already seen it though.
yeah, it was recommended, but
I would
Well,
tell-
you guys freaking recommended that I should watch it, and you, God,
At this point, no. At this,
I
we
had
had
high
to.
hopes.
We didn't have a choice. At this
I had
point,
high
you
hopes.
have to go. You
my
have to watch.
eyes cannot unsee the Bird Box.
You just take
That's
three
the problem.
birds. You take 3 birds. You put them in a box. Bird Box.
Bird Box.
Also, too, they're saying the meaning behind Bird Box could be the ending because like they went to like that it was like an atrium. It was like an open square. It looked like a Game of Thrones area.
Got it.
And it was a box, and there was the birds everywhere. Bird Box. Bird Box.
You can
Bird
also
Box.
think that people all
Stupid,
They
dude.
all are birds.
They're all birds in a box.
Everyone's a bird,
We're
it's a
all just
box.
birds in a box. Think about that.
All right, stay tuned for Sandlot next week. Thanks for listening.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Bird Box.
No matter what platform you're using to listen to us, I just want it to be known that we're available on iTunes, Spreaker, and YouTube. So if you like our content, please be sure to follow all of our channels so you can stay in the loop with new episodes. Also, feel free to give us a rating and leave us comments, or send us an email at screenplayjunkie.show@gmail.com. We'd love to hear your feedback. Also, if you have any recommendations of screenplays we should read, movies we should watch, or really anything, let us know on any of our platforms. We're always looking for other things to check out.